All right, today we're going to learn how to solve equations with variables on one side. Let's first start with some vocabulary. An equation is two expressions that are set equal to each other. So here's an example. 2x minus 3 is an expression, and it is set equal to another expression, x plus 1. Together, it makes an equation. A solution is a value or values of a variable that make an equation true. So you can have one solution, two solutions, or many solutions. So x plus 2 equals 12 is your equation, but your solution is x is equal to 10 because that's the value that makes that equation true. A solution set is a collection of all the solutions. So for instance, if I have x squared equals 25, my solution set is negative 5 and 5. And you see you put a solution set in brackets. And the null set is the empty set, and that's when there is no solution at all. If I have an equation x equals x plus 3, you can see there is no one value of x that will make this equation true. The null set is also sometimes written with a 0 and a line through it. So now let's start solving an equation. So there's two basic steps to solve an equation. First of all, you're going to simplify each side of the equation, and then you're going to use inverse operations to solve. And you also are going to use those inverse operations in the reverse order of operations. So you're going to use PEMDAS in the reverse. All right, so we have minus 4r plus 7 equals 20. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to simplify each side of the equation. Well, if we look at the left side of the equation, there's nothing to simplify there. Those are unlike terms. And if I look at the right side, there's also nothing to simplify there. So I've done that step. Now I'm going to use inverse operations to solve, and I'm going to do that in the reverse order of operations. So instead of using PEMDAS, I'm going to use SADMAP. So let's take a look at that. So I have addition, and so I'm going to do the opposite of addition, which would be subtraction. So I'm going to subtract 7 from this side of the equation. But whatever I do to one side of the equation, I must do to the other side of the equation. Now, if I subtract 7 from both sides, I'll get negative 4r equals 13. Well, now I have multiplication. Negative 4 times r is multiplication. I'm going to do undo multiplication by doing division. So I'm going to divide both sides by negative 4. So my negative 4s will divide to 1, so I can just cross those out. And my answer will be r equals negative 13 over 4. Please notice that the negative sign should not stay in the denominator. It should either be in front of the fraction like I show you here or in the numerator. But you should never leave a negative in the denominator. Not sure quite yet? Let's try another one. All right, so here's a much more complicated equation. Remember, the first step is to simplify both sides of the equation. So let's do that. First, I'm going to write the 4 down, but then I'm going to distribute that negative 2 into those parentheses. So that'll be negative 6x, and negative 2 times a negative 5 will give me a positive 10, and then I'll just write the rest of the equation. Well, I still need to simplify this equation, so I'm going to look to see if I can combine any like terms. Well, I have a negative 6x and a positive 6x, so that will just add to 0. So I have 4 plus 10 equals 14. Well, I have 14 equals 14. So what does that tell me? Well, this is a true statement. So what that tells you is that the solution set is all real numbers. Any number you pick will make this equation a true statement. All right, here's 2 more problems. Why don't you put the video on pause and see if you can do these yourself, and then start it up again and check your answers. All right, let's look at the first one. First thing you're going to do is distribute that 2. So you're going to have 6x minus 8 minus 6x. And you might as well simplify the right side. 11 minus 3 is 8. You're going to combine your like terms. So those 6x minus 6x will add to 0. And you have negative 8 equals 8. Well, that's a false statement. So therefore, your solution set is the null set, or there is no solution to this particular problem. No value of x will make this a true statement. Let's look at the next one. Well, once again, you need to simplify both sides of the equation. So 4 minus 18 will give you a negative 14. If you write the 2 down and then distribute the negative 2, you'll have 2 minus 16 plus a 2x minus 2x. Continue to simplify the right side of the equation. You have 2 minus 16, which will give you negative 14, and the 2x and the minus 2x will add to 0. So I have negative 14 equals negative 14. This is a true statement. So my solution set is there are an infinite number of solutions or all real numbers. Any number will make this a true statement. Now we could also ask a question like this. Is the following a solution to the equation? Justify your answer. So one of the ways to do this is you're very simply going to take the fact that x equals 3 and substitute that into your equation. So just rewrite the equation using x for 3. Now you're going to simplify your equation. I'm going to start with my PEMDAS rules. I'm going to start in my parentheses, or in this case brackets. 4 times 3 is 12. 12 minus 2 is 10. So this will simplify to 3 minus 2 times 10 is negative 17. I have some multiplication, so I will complete that. And then when I continue and simplify my equation, I get negative 17 equals negative 17. This is a true statement. So yes, x equals 3 is a solution to the equation. And let's look at a word problem. You have a summer job running errands for a local business. You earn $5 per day plus $2 for each errand. How many errands do you need to run to earn $17 in a day? Well, the first thing you want to always do is to define your variable, your unknown. And the easiest way to figure out what to set your x equal to is to take a look at the question that you're asked. How many errands do you need to run to earn $17 in one day? What are they asking you to find, or what is the thing you know nothing about? Well, you don't know how many errands you're going to run. So I'm going to set x equal to the number of errands. Now that I've set my variable, I need to write my equation. So I'm going to go back and read my word problem again. You earn $5 a day. Well, I know I'm going to get $5 no matter what. If I go into work, I'm going to get $5. Plus $2 for every errand. So I'm going to get $2 for every errand, but I don't know how many errands I'm going to run. So that's my variable. So I'm going to put down x. And I want to know how many errands I have to run in order to earn $17 in a day. So I want this expression to equal $17. Now I have my equation. So the obvious next step would be to solve the equation. Well, once again, you're going to use your solving equation rules. You're going to simplify the equation. Both sides are already simplified. And then you're going to use your reverse PEMDAS rules. So I have addition and subtraction here. So I've got a positive 5. So I'm going to subtract 5 from every side of the equation. And I'm left with 2x equals 12. Now I have multiplication. So I'm going to undo multiplication by using division. So I'm going to divide both sides by 2. And I get x equals 6. But because this is a word problem, don't skip the last step. Answer the question that was asked. They asked you, how many errands do you need to run to earn $17? So the answer is, I would have to run 6 errands to earn $17. So if you have any questions, please let me know.